Hello and welcome to Let's Break Ultima Ascension. While Ultima 8 ended with the Avatar trapped in the ruins of destroyed Britannia, Ultima 9 sees the Avatar start on Earth for no satisfactorily explained reason. Start the game and go to Britannia. Don't kill any swans, because all swans belong to the Queen of England and so killing them is high treason. Note that it is possible to escape by climbing up the mountain, which can make for an interesting, if somewhat pointless, exercise. Anyway, in order to get to Britannia, you must first have your fortune told. As usual, answering the questions like some kind of deranged maniac will result in the Avatar choosing the virtue of justice.
Greetings, Avatar. Britannia awaits. This will be your ultimate challenge. The final battle. If you take this journey, you will never return to Earth. Are you now prepared?
I am prepared.
In your youth, you pledged to marry your sweetheart.
Follow my spiritual crusade.
A merchant owes your friend money.
Justly give my friend a portion of the gold first.
You have been sent to secure a needed treaty with a distant lord.
Justly rise and demand an apology.
Avatar, you have favored the virtue of justice. To help you on your way, once you arrive in Britannia, good luck. Go now to Britannia.
The Guardian obviously knows you are here, Avatar. You will not be safe
In Stonegate, pick up
for
the
long.
fireball scroll and the bag.
Unlike on Earth, you are now vulnerable.
Welcome back, Avatar. Wait until you see what I have done to your beloved land. You and I will have some fun
I
together
see!
here in Britannia.
You've come at last!
Make your way through Stonegate, evade the Worm Guard and talk to Lord British.
Avatar! Of course, you're free to take any supplies that you find here in my castle. There is even some money there. I will do anything that I can to aid you in your quest.
Tap enter to skip his burbling and then go to your room upstairs. Get the bag and all the potions. Take any money you find throughout the castle, we will need a fair amount. Go to Lord British's study and again pick up any cash you find in his bedroom. Now go through the teleporter and grab as many potions as you can, as we'll want these later. To avoid having to slog all your way back through the castle while listening to Hail Britannia on an infinite loop, climb up onto the roof and jump off. Swim around to near Despise and climb up. Go past Despise to Yolo's place. Steal his bow and the 3 arrows from the targets outside. Go downstairs and find Gwenno. Don't talk to her, instead strip off in front of her and leave your armour on the bed. Since the Avatar's armour is so bad as to be effectively made of paper, we'll have some fun instead. We'll go for that Flash Gordon in a nappy look, so take everything off except his boots and gloves. Leave the rest on Yolo's bed. Now look in the left-hand corner and you should find a 4th arrow. When you're done, go down the road towards the lighthouse until you see the magic thing and follow it into the cave. Shoot the spider, and then grab the gold and the diamond. Leaving the cave, go back down the path and turn left. Go over the bridge. Near the target dummy you should find a staff and an axe. There are also a few more arrows. Get these and any money you find inside the building. Also, take the loaf of bread outside and do not eat it. Now, go to the jeweller's and steal his cut emerald.
Welcome! Also,
Sell it and the diamond back to him.
I have some gems that you may be interested in.
anything else I can...
Nothing today, friend.
Farewell, then.
Next, go to the wishing well and throw one of the nearby coins in to get the glass sword. At this point, most of the townsfolk will be listening enthusiastically to the mayor as he outlines his plan to end poverty by sending the poor to a concentration camp in a swamp so they die. We'll need to wait for them to finish listening to his rally before the shops we need will be open.
Is neither wise nor compassionate, but rather foolish and treasonous.
Unfortunately, this speech has not aged terribly well. While in 1999 it was probably intended as overkill to shock the player, it sounds a bit quaint in 2022, like the writers weren't really trying. Of particular note is the fascist broom woman.
Look at what you just did! Did you not see that pile of dirt? You just kicked and spread it all over. The mayor saved the city by getting rid of all the freeloaders and the invalids.
Interestingly, she will remain evil even
Goodbye.
after the Avatar has knocked some sense into the rest of the population. Anyway, go to the local arms dealer and buy a couple more staves.
Welcome, Avatar. We have all manner of goods. What do you fancy?
Show me your wares.
Go to the Boya and buy 90 arrows and some basic training.
I have a range out back if you'd like to practice. Of course, if you don't need to practice.
I would like to see a list of your wares.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm in need of training.
Need some training, eh?
Go outside and take the 2 practice arrows from the target. Now, head towards Paul's, smacking all the rats you meet with a staff and stealing their pocket money. It would be nice to know exactly how and why rats have 7 gold coins each, and why their skeletons have human skulls.
Hello, citizens.
Head towards the farmhouse. Note that it is possible to make the avatar glide by stowing your weapon at precisely the right moment as the avatar starts to walk.
Help me! Someone help me!
Douse the burning buildings and shoot the rogues, taking their money as well.
Thank you for saving me. Brigands came and attacked our farm. Please save my mother. They went towards the mountains.
To the left of the farmhouse is a small hill. Jump up on this to get to the bridge above the house and walk over it until you come to some brigands. Shoot the first 3 brigands with arrows and walk until you see a woman in the distance. Now climb onto the rock nearby and walk around the camp so that no one sees you. Creep up behind the thief, who has a staff, and hack at him with your axe. Since we have taken him by surprise, he will just stand there while we hack him into little bits of kibble. Do not attack the woman by mistake. Now it is time to collect some bread. It should be possible to scrounge up 7 loaves. 3 are in the castle, 1 in the dining room, 2 in the secret passage. One is outside the guard barracks on the way to Despise, as mentioned earlier. Finally, there should be 3 loaves in various parts of the bakery. If you want to know why we're getting all this junk, too bad.
Hello, citizen.
Head back to Pause and go along the beach until you can see land in the distance. You should be in front of a clump of trees with a mixture of sand and bare rock going down into the sea. Like Serpent Isle, the game was written in the expectation that your progress through it would be fairly linear, forcing you to do the quests in specific order by means of closing off various caves and restricting travel by ship. Anyway, what you are seeing in the distance is the island of Trinsic. If we could swim there, it would give us access to several extremely powerful weapons. As a result, the game will fight tooth and nail to prevent this, drowning the player almost as soon as they leave the shallows. So, we're going to give the game the finger and get them anyway. We are going to build a bridge. Proud as I am of my Sticks, Scrolls and Potions bridge, I'm going to skip the history of bridge building for now and go straight to my magnum opus, the 5th generation Bridge of Bread. Note that some of the loaves we have purloined display rather unbread-like qualities, in that they do not float. It is best to use those closer to the shore, as we'll be able to nudge them into place more easily than when we get further out across the strait. Take one of the loaves and dip it into the sea so it floats, or not if it's one of the hokey ones. Use the gust spell to manoeuvre it into position. Save before trying each step, as it's easy to blast the loaf into orbit. And the gust spell is also really good at crashing the game. I suggest you aim further away from the bread to make it do shorter hops, and then jockey the loaf around so that it's a couple of meters away from the shore, but you can still jump onto it. If the loaf is rotated such that the avatar falls off, very gently gust the loaf and it should flop into a stable position. Take care not to lose any of the bread, as you only have 7 loaves and you'll need pretty much all of them to make a safe crossing. As our multigrain stepping stones stretch further away from the shore, you will probably need to jump onto some of the existing loaves in order to nudge the new ones into position. Save regularly, especially when a viable step has just been created. Note that under normal circumstances, the avatar would be drowning, even if his entire body is above the water. Such is the desperation of the game in trying to prevent this crossing. Fortunately, so long as you're standing on the bread, the avatar will be able to breathe. Leap from loaf to loaf until you approach the shore, and then swim the rest of the way. Cool, we've reached Trinsic. Do be careful when you arrive, because there are several archers and they will kill you if they see you. Consume the black potion when the avatar is standing on the rocks, and you should be able to sneak past them unmolested. Go to the lake where Chaminot's statue is and reach down in front of it to the legs of Centre in the water. Put them on, as it will improve jumping significantly and is essential to this walkthrough. Go towards Skara Brae and find the locked chest on the far beach. Hold down X to get a description and keep probing the chest until you see the words Blackrock Gauntlets. Abstract these from the chest and put them on your hands. Then remove your boots because you'll look completely psychotic. There should also be a Blackrock helm, so abstract this from the chest as well and put that on too. This trick works because the game is extremely buggy. Now, head towards Dupre's mausoleum, approaching it from the southeast side. Climb over the mountainside and sneak in through the window to avoid disturbing the gazers. Get the chow mein flavour pot Dupre and leave the way you came. Now, head back towards the shrine via the hut with 2 people in it. There is an obscure law in England which permits the killing of Welshmen after midnight with a bow and arrow within the city walls of Chester. Ultima 9 has a similar situation, except instead of Welshmen, it's gardeners that you can shoot without penalty. Go figure.
Hi.
Found one! Shoot the gardener and take the serpent wine from his cupboard. Then head back to the shrine. Do not shoot the woman. It won't work. Head back towards the shrine and get the Staff of the Dead from the Goblin Cave, as we'll need it later. It's probably a good idea to thin out the number of goblins, otherwise they may kill you during the ritual. When the coast is clear, put the pot Dupre on the shrine and wait for it to boil. When it has been stirred and is ready to serve, keep tapping enter to skip his babbling.
Greetings, old friend. I also see the Guardian's grip on the land is strong. The struggle will be long and arduous.
Thank you, Dupre.
Do not look to me, friend. Now, let us move on.
Yes.
Indeed you do. When you find this barrier...
Thank you, Dupre.
Indeed you must, friend.
Now, go towards Shame. Approach it from behind, climbing up the mountain. You may need to use some bottles to help here. Drop down over the entrance and get the hell inside before the firewolf knows what's happening. Run, preferably sideways. It's faster. Go past the first room, shooting the dart with an arrow if necessary. Now, look up and notice that there is no roof. Perfect. Place one of your spare poles on the ground and climb up it, thereby bypassing nearly all the puzzles. Watch out for the evil eyes and leave the pole in place for later. First, go to the red light. Then, jump back to the statue and use it. Keep the statue between you and the evil eye, or it may zap you while you're prone. Now, jump over the rooms to the yellow light. Finally, go to the blue light. At this point, the statue will disappear, revealing a teleporter. Go through it. Now, make a coffee or something while you wait for the crystal to speak. When you come back, you should have a prompt. Type the word "some".
Welcome. Speak now the mantra of honor.
Now, grab the lightning sword, which is the real reason we're in Trinsic. Antagonize the worm guard with an arrow in the back. Now, climb up towards the cave so she can't get at you. As she climbs up, jump down the other side and triple shot her so she bleeds a lot. The worm guard should now walk around on her own blood 2 feet off the ground. Okay, so the worm guard is now trapped in midair and cannot hurt you. If you're not very healthy, go towards the worm guard's stuff and gorge yourself on her food. Beat her up for a minute or two and then switch to the Staff of the Dead. Take some things out of your backpack, say a potion bottle or the worm guard's oil lamp and a hand axe. Pile them up in front of the worm guard so you're just below her reach. She should die pretty quickly if you have enough height to reach her. Then pop down and grab the glyph. Now go up into the cave and you'll meet Blackthorn. If you want, try shooting him in the back with an arrow, but do save first.
Hello, Blackthorn.
Wait a moment, hero. I didn't come here to fight you. As it turns out, you have something that I need as well, namely the red and blue lenses. Therefore, I propose a trade.
Blackthorn will now offer to swap the Chalice of Honor for the 2 Codex lenses which you don't have.
Why do you want the lenses?
The pursuit of knowledge, that's all.
Don't agree to this, or the game will end.
All right.
You are such a fool, Avatar. So easily deceived. You have just given me everything that I need. Goodbye, Avatar.
Are you out of your mind?
Very well. See what your stubborn refusal has earned you. Let's see how you succeed in your quest now. You'll never cleanse the shrine of...
We'll see who's failed, Blackthorn.
Once he's gone, pick up half a dozen potential chalices and leave. Try to skip Dupre's babble if possible.
Hello again, old friend.
Yes.
You are mistaken, Avatar. The Chalice of Honor is not a cup.
What do I do now?
The honor of the people had been lost. You must choose another chalice. When the people understand this will not be easy.
Very well.
I know that you will, my friend.
Go into the teleporter and leave the dungeon. You may need to jump back onto the pole on the ground in order to get safely down onto ground level. Pick up the pole and head out the door. Sadly, that's all we have time for right now. In the next episode, we'll be cleansing the shrines of Trinsic and Valoria, but not Britain, building more bridges of bread, and murdering a defenceless, if not exactly innocent, dragon. Until then, thanks for watching. Now, go through the teleporter, great there. Now, head toward Dupre's there. Now, head towards... There should also be a Blackrock helmet. There should also be a Blackrock helmet in the chest, so abstract that. There should also be a Blackrock helmet. Buy a few more arrows from the gold with the brig. Instead, the most powerful weapons are simply left. Instead, the most powerful weapons are just left lying around on the
Look at what you just did! You just kicked and spread it all over!
I have some gems that you may be interested in.
Go to the farmhouse. No, you're not doing that bit.